I love you guys too. Let me put my hat on. Cause it's like, yo, this is that one. Cause the reason why I be titling it the jobless entrepreneur. Cause I'm like, yo, I'm about to go get the bike. My uncle was like, yo, use this and see what's up. And I'm about to do that and see what's up. Like and see if I make some sales doing that. Yeah. No? Okay. No. Cause technically I got a what you call a peddler's permit. I keep trying to tell them. I mean, I think some people don't know I have it, but he's like, yo, why would you pay for this? But anyway, it basically just gives me like the ability to go downtown Greenville if I got a speaker, a nice size speaker. Which I wish I had that speaker up here because I could be doing shows downtown on a daylight, nightlight tonight. I could go downtown and just do a soiree, but I can't come across the money to get the speaker. And I be wondering, like, where does money go when you go outside? You spend $30. People thinking it's a game, but it's not. This ain't the same thing it used to be. And if you don't got it coming in every day, like all the time, or at least largest amounts, like, you know, it's like, yo, I would rather, like right now, I be trying to find stuff to flip. I literally be trying to find items to flip. I be like, yo, I need to find this and just sell it cheap, or either find somebody giving away something and then sell that and do it like that. Because when it comes down to it, I don't got a problem working for people. Nah, that ain't my problem. My problem is actually getting the job because, you know, they be like, you need to stop smoking weed. Well, shit, I'm going to be real. It don't matter how good I feel. You stop doing that, then I just got to take it raw. Raw. No Vaseline, no condom, no lubrication, no nothing. Just raw life. Because I don't drink. I'm probably pretty sure I'm not going to start. Like, I just looked up some of my most favorite people that just so happen to be my family members. All of them drug addicts. All of them was on drugs. Marvin Gaye, Whitney Houston, James Brown. It's crazy that I was related to all three of these people. Every last one of them was on drugs. And I don't even mean light shit. They wasn't on weed. They was on real shit. How you doing? They was on the real. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Get it in.
Enjoy.
Yes, ma'am. So, you got to enjoy. That's that none of the. Wow, you remember when people used to just have fun living their life? I remember when you actually could possibly quite make $1 million off a mixtape. Now you ain't gonna make that. You can. If you can convince people that it's worth it, then you might can make it. And that's when it comes to like you gotta transcend your ability to be able to sell. I remember, so I was like outside of a Sphinx, and Sphinx in South Carolina, because you know Sphinx ain't all over the world, but outside of a Sphinx gas station in South Carolina, one of the best gas stations. They be having some good chicken. They used to have some good chicken back in the day. Now, I remember trying to sell this dude a CD. I ain't really try. I hit him with the, hey bro, check me out, brother man, yada yada. This white dude, cool. He said, you know what? I said, hey man, you like music? And at first I thought he was gonna say, because I had been asking people had they like R&B music the whole day. So out the blue randomly, I'm like, hey man, you like music? And he's like, yeah, I do. I like music. What kind is it? And I'm like, I make R&B soul music. Well, at that time I was like, I make hip hop music. It's rap, but it's conscious rap. And he's like, like, you know, Cypress Hill type stuff. And I'm like, if that's conscious rap, then yeah, that's what I'm like. And he's like, yeah, I'll get one. Donate $20. He said, look, man, look, listen. If you're willing to stand out here and sell a CD, you will sell a car. And that's how I got the job at what's the name, until I realized I had sold a car and they didn't want to pay me for it. And I was like, I'm leaving. And then after I left, they paid me for selling the car. It was up there at Greer. Like, no, I didn't get paid for selling the car. I got paid for training. Dude kind of took my car sales, but he was like, they was telling you, like, if you get a sale, you'll split with the dealer that got it. The dealer didn't even report that it was me, the trainee, that made the sale. It was to one of my people. I was like, y'all just really trying to bounce up off of us and use our plugs and our connections. At that moment, me and the other dude that was there, we was like, you know, we're gonna stay here until the manager get here, but we ain't calling nobody up here to sell a car to y'all. Like, y'all come in for y'all to sell a car to that we know we getting that. And he's like, we didn't say that to them. We just was chilling from that moment. We was like acting like we was trying to learn about shit. Every now and then we'll walk up on a person and show that we working and stuff like that. One dude, a couple people, they just stopped. All in all, I ain't gonna lie, I kept trying to get people to come up there until I realized, yo, this shit is terrible. They're not gonna give me the extra money. I don't really know what made me quit. I think I had ended up with the I ended up getting another job at that moment. I ended up getting a BMW job, which was the job that I really was waiting on. I was waiting on a BMW job anyway. When I got the BMW job, I was like, hell yeah, quit that shit quick. I know this ain't about jobs. This is about the jobless entrepreneur that's up here trying to find a job. You know, you know the same. I mean, like I'm putting in applications, but you know, like I said, I smoke weed. I plan to not stop because I've been to smack somebody. But anyway, look, listen. So when it comes down to it, you got a business, right? You got two choices these days. You either learn how to optimize AI, you know what I'm saying? Which that's what I'm under in the middle myself right now. I'm learning how to optimize AI. Like people will hate me because you see what he's doing. Man, I get an AI to do that shit. I have no remorse. People be like, oh, you can't, don't talk like that. You're gonna replace jobs. Nigga, I can't get a job. What make you think I want your ass to have one? This is just me hating on you and your job. You don't need it. Like you got it and you think you better than me just because of the job. You like I'm better than him because he ain't got no job and he ain't got no money. You not. It ain't the fact. That ain't what I'm hating on. I'm hating on the fact that you think you better than somebody because of your little job, your slave labor. You ain't really doing what you want to do. You see me doing what I'm doing. You like he's doing what he wants to do. It seems like he's somewhat enjoying it. No, no, you need to get a job. Why I gotta get it? This is my job. Look, I even tried to get some of my friends to work for me, like, cause that's what you know in the music business. I learned a little bit about music business. You gotta have a team. A little bit about any business. You gotta have a team. This seems random, but it's not. I promise. Within the last 6 minutes, you done already found something useful to use in your life. It might seem like bullshit, but it's something that you was thinking about, and that's how it ended up coming up in your feed. It's something that you was longing for, and I'm about to get it to you. I'm about to give you that. Don't give up, even when your friends don't seem like they in your corner. When my friends watch this, y'all can feel how y'all feel. But at the end of the day, you have opportunities to put together teams. You got an opportunity to put together an actual team, and what you do is take this team and you chain and command it. And you got like this group of people, they street team. They good at selling stuff. You know what they do. They getting out there in the streets. They going to go sell the music. They going to go give out flyers. They going to go give out everything. They going to put together levels of street team and attract people like them. You got artists or whatever, we're going to put them in the studio. Or you got the creator, the person, we're going to put them in the studio because every creative house is technically called a studio. If we inside like a garage and they building engines, that's pretty much the engine studio. You know, that's where they actually making all the magic and they creating. A creative house to me is a studio. Paint studio, photo studio, art studio, music studio, movie studio. You feel me? So we take all of the artists and the creators, we put them off in there. That's what they do. That's your job. Now, you get the people that actually love doing paperwork. They like writing stuff down. They always telling you to write stuff down because they writing stuff down all the time. But why you won't write it down for me? Look, listen. I pitched the job to my friends. I was like, I'll pay y'all $20 an hour. And what they like, oh, so we getting paid now? I'm like, look, when you go get these jobs that you go get, they don't pay you until your work done. They either make you wait a week in a hole, or they make you wait till the next day or until the end of the day. You go to a temp agency don't pay you when you show up. They pay you when you leave, when you goddamn finish the work and you clock out. That's when they pay you. Why would you want to come at me like, oh, well, shoot, you got to have the money now to enlist me. It's like, is this because I'm black and I'm your friend? Is that why you acting like that? You're not seeing me trying to establish a business? And these be the same people who pitch another person that's doing almost the same exact thing to you and be like, hey, we should all go do this. And you like, but bro, I just tried to get you to do this with me. You like, yeah, but I don't want to keep working for people. Well, shit, you going to go work for this person? God, why you can't work with me? What else you offering? I'm already offering you part ownership of everything. I'm offering you legacy because we all starting off together. Most people don't understand that. In the beginning, all you got is your word, leverage, and a legacy. That's it. Your words for leverage and a legacy. You tell somebody and give them your word, sign this paperwork. I got y'all. We are now partners. That means we now about to take up factions on this stuff. But if you shoot me down, I ain't gonna do nothing but end up shooting you down for your next idea. And then we just gonna be two shot motherfuckers. A crew of shot individuals that low-key behind closed doors envy each other for any level they get above each other because they didn't help the other one do it. And when they was reaching out, because I got other friends that they do some stuff, they create labels and want to do shows and book events on their own time, and they be like, Josie, look, we're gonna do this and you host with me and blah 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 blah. And I be in my feelings. Don't get me wrong, with a couple of them I did it because with a couple of them they actually enlisted with me. Like when I was like, yo, I got one partner, we went on tour. Everybody thought we was on because we was like, I said I wanted to go on tour. My homie Faye pull up, Pharaoh. He pulls up. It's a reason why I call this man God's great house, because he delivers every time like God's great house. He does that. He does this shit. I said, I want to go on tour. Bro, pull up in a box truck. What's up, Josie? Get in. We going to OKC. Bro, I got 100 pack of CDs, a freaking MacBook, a tablet. I had an iPhone at the time. I was content creating in the truck, all that. He doing the same shit because that's all he do. We got them on the way to OKC. I'm asking him when we go back to Atlanta. He like, don't worry about all that. Why don't you try to see what shows we can get? Open mics, anything. We on tour. And I'm like, see, this is a real ass motherfucker. Like this one gets it. You get, look, those are the ones you're supposed to figure out how to keep around. Because them the ones that get it. The ones that when you say it and they tell you they with you, they say, you know what, I got you. You slide that piece of paper across the floor, it's on some commission stuff. However money they help you make, it's how much money they make type of deal. Look, if I'm offering freaking $20 off of each profitable sale that I have, and I'm only being able to pocket maybe 10, maybe 8, maybe $10 to the max is going in my actual pocket. But you know what I'm saying? I'm paying the employee $20 basically to cover everything. That's good. You making $20 an hour. Your employer's making $10 an hour, basically. Until I get, see, but the most thing, my friends looked at it like this. They was like, but what happens when you got 100 of us doing this? Why you getting envious already? Why you hating? Why are you hating? You supposed to just say, it don't matter about that. Because that's when we start divvying up percentages, because you started at the top with me. Well, you started at the bottom and we worked our way up to the top where I had 100 people working under. Well, I had 100 people working under us. And it wouldn't be 100 people working under me in general. It would be 100 people working under me and my team. That's the point of starting with a team. It's like everything got levels. Like I watch baseball every now and then. I watch football. I watch boxing. I watch all levels of sports. I see how it works on every level. You got the below, you got the background scene, you got the up front on stage. We in the middle of this shit. We in the ring. We bamming, and then you got the ones that wipe the box off. You got the people that he trained with. He got maybe like 5 other boxers that ain't even professional. He trained with them. Them his training partners. You know what I mean? His sparring partners. Either one of them gonna be the next up to take his place when he stepped down, and they gonna be the next heavyweight, welterweight, whatever. Same thing with football. You got the levels of football. It's like, yo, they start out playing this with a team effort in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes before middle school. In baseball, basketball too. Same thing. You got the teams. You got the Tower Boys, the Water Boys. If any one of them wasn't out here, the days might be a little harder, or the team wouldn't be as effective. If you ain't had no water boy coming around to get you water, you got to stop to go get some water. Coach looking for you. You got them passed out on the field because you ain't staying hydrated the right way. Type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this. You might think I'm BSing with you, but I'm being for real. So now I'm out here by myself. My friends will send me job things that's in Atlanta and different things like that that I could take advantage of. Some of it I take advantage of, some of it I don't. Because I send them stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But if I send you something saying, yo, join my crypto team or join my stock team, and you play me off, you like, no, I'm not. I ain't got time for that. I don't got time for any of that. Da, 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 da. And then what's gonna happen is my mind ain't gonna let me turn the other cheek, because while I try to live like Christ, I'm not Christ. So my envy inside that side of me is gonna be like, bro, you ain't want to join my crypto team. Why the fuck am I gonna want to join you? Whatever you got, you sending me something somebody else got set up when I was asking you to set up our own stuff. Let's do this ourselves. I understand going to get a mentorship. Yeah, I understand that. But I also understand when we got an idea, why we can't just stick to it. And that's what, when you don't got a team that can stand behind you that way, you already not going nowhere. Like, that's why some of my days end horribly, because I still ain't found like-minded individuals that'll stand with me rain, sleet, or snow. And when I did, I was on backburn. It's like, and when I say backburn, I mean like you helping somebody else succeed, which is cool. I get that too. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm a person that like to see people win. I want to see you win, bro. I want to see you go all the way up. If I can help you go up, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to invest in something, you got to give me time sometimes, because I got to get the money up. Saying I got to get the investors up. I got to get my half up, my portion up. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, I operate on this. I don't mind like if we all got a common interest. If I gotta put material I got that's in the same level or same field to the back, I might not want to. But if I gotta do that to help lift somebody else up to get us all up, I'm gonna do it. Like, but that's my mindset. A lot of people mindset ain't like that. They like it's supposed to be me. I'm the boss. And that be the problem. You got a whole bunch of bosses. Even when you trying to goddamn convince your friends to work with you, they look at it as if, are you trying to get me to work for you? No, I'm trying to get you to work with me. We all in the same level. Why we can't just work together? If you're not understanding that, then I don't think we supposed to be cool. I think you supposed to be a fan and I'm supposed to be me. And I was supposed to sell you my CD at that moment and keep going or try to. Or I was supposed to sell you my service or you was supposed to sell me your service and keep going with life. Because if it's like that, then we're not going to get nowhere. Because at the end of the day, you're not helping me. You're not helping me succeed by chasing my goal. If that's what I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you succeed by chasing your goals. But you want to chase somebody else's goals. I understand we are getting into the same level to where, you might want to help a million people, help 10 people make $1 million so you can make $10 million or at least make you a portion to equal $1 million. You want to be able to do that, flip. You know what I'm saying? It's just money talk without the heavy numbers. I love talking about 40 and 50K. You know what I'm saying? Approaching 100K. I wish I was doing that. I wish I had 200 in my bank account. And it wouldn't even be like, I wish I had it just there. I wish I had it off the work, off the grit that people just went to the website today. You, the fans on the other end of this, decide to say, you know what? I love this guy. He entertains me. He probably makes crazy music. Let me go stream it. And if you've already streamed it, you're supposed to already know. That's how I be feeling. I be like, some of y'all are my team members. Like you the team that's gonna help me be successful. You the team that's gonna help me be successful. You see how he represent his yard? I don't know why some of these dogs bark. I be trying to figure out what's going on in life. It's like they bark the sound of hey, that's a person. That's a person. Ah. I think if I was a dog, I probably wouldn't even bark at people until you get close enough for me to want to bite the shit out you. I just wouldn't bark. That lets you know sometimes certain things just irritate me, but it's only because I got this camera on. But to be real with y'all, even when the camera's off, I'll be like, that shit is irritating. But you need to train him better to where he just don't get super antsy. And the bark is if somebody step out of line in your yard, like I ain't nowhere near your yard. This dog is supposed to be like an alarm. It's like the car alarm that's way over there. The car that's way over there, and you just walk right here, and you trying to figure out if somebody in the car because the alarm done went off, and you like, damn, who the fuck else is out here? And there ain't nobody else out here. And then you see this one person come from across the parking lot and get in the car, and right then, that person is letting you know that they got insecurities about their safety, and they don't feel safe no matter where they go. Don't get me wrong. Granted, any given time, that feeling will inhabit me, because I feel like nobody's safe. I get knocked off walking home. You never know. That's why I be like, yo, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I came, I saw some shit. I conquered a little bit of life. I feel good. I don't know why you feel so terrible. Why y'all be feeling so, I guess it's trauma. It's trauma. It's trauma. When it comes to like business and building a team, I know for a fact it's trauma. Because most people, like in certain situations, they done been done dirty, or you done had this job cut you off, or this friend say they was gonna help you get some money, but at the end of the day it fell through and there was no money in it, and you feel kind, and you probably feel like anybody else that's this or in a level to where they don't already own a Walmart. You just not trusting that their process is gonna help you pay your bills. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. But at the same time, what's up, T? I'm walking. It's cool. Appreciate you though. Thank you. Yo, my auntie, she cooler than a mug. I gotta finish this live. You know what I'm saying? Love your family. Every now and then, look, God done sent me stuff to let me know I'm in the right place the whole time. The rest of it is left up to me. It's like, yo, you be like, yo, I can't even complain about where I be at most of the time. Cause God lets me know I'm good. That got my uncle too. See? No, that ain't my uncle. That's a guy in a Chevy. But he cool though. That's cool though. It's just everybody got trucks up here. I'm gonna get me a truck. I'm gonna get me a Hellcat Durango when I get this partnership. I'm gonna get it. I might not get the Hellcat Durango. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I might not even get a truck. I'm not a truck person. I'm a hop out of a car person because I might fall on my face once I get out the truck. Yeah, and I'm tall enough to actually sit down in some trucks sometimes. You know. Look, I want to do this. Thank you. I know I've been going a lot alive a lot lately. I want to thank everybody that's been rocking with me. I've been really working hard, banging this drum. I'm really a solo entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. I really wish I had a team. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm sitting. I mean, and technically, I got a team. It's just everybody's on my team is like worried about individual things that sometimes ain't got nothing to do with what I got going on. Like I'd be like, yo, shit. If you know, just say it like this. It would. I'm an artist. You feel me? I'm an artist and an entrepreneur. So the only thing that I would need is fashion shows, you know, basically because I do fashion. So if I could orchestrate fashion shows, which I'm working on that too, investors, people that want to give up the funds or invest in the company, not necessarily give up the funds. That's the wrong choice of words. Invest in Josie Fuller, the company or the brand to develop more clothing, more unique items, you know, for me to go further with this and step into my super innovative Carl Kanai type of designing type of thing. It's a legacy, man. I'm trying to build a company that's majority black owned, because at the end of the day, I know there's no real such thing as that. There was that one time when we was like, yo, we gonna spend, we just gonna support black owned businesses. That's what the black community said. And I looked up and realized it didn't happen, because I was like, damn, I'm a black owned business. This must mean this the year where my own people gonna start shopping with me. That shit did not happen. And then you got a bunch of people that'll walk up on you and be like, come on, bro, support a black business. And I buy the t-shirt. Here, man, let me get the damn t-shirt. I buy the hat. Here, let me get the hat. I even done bought a pair of Parishes. You don't know nothing about Parishes. You know, if you don't know who Parrish is or who made the Parrish shoe, then that what I just said really is true. You know what I'm saying? Because while people was buying Yeezys, there was this another black designer. I think he's either from New York or from the UK. He made a shoe called Parrish. You know what I'm saying? And it basically perished because ain't nobody really wearing them. They were sold at Roses. That's like how you got to get in. That was just somebody's attempt. Yeezy went the hardest because look, listen. You remember P. Miller, Percy Miller, the super artist and entrepreneur Percy Miller, P. Miller? You remember when he had his shoe going? First, he had the P. Millers. They were very affordable. Like the P. Millers were affordable. But then he dropped these whatever when he was dealing with Alive shoes. Like, only reason I knew he was dealing with Alive shoes at the time as a company in Italy, the only reason I knew he was dealing with Alive shoes was the design of the shoe. And that let me know that we all was basically doing the same thing. We was trying to figure out how to break into different industries, because I seen what he seen. He was in the industry. I seen, because I was trying to get into the industry, I seen what was happening off GP, even up to right now, when a couple of artists and a couple of managers will tell you, look, don't stay out the rap game until it changes up, or don't come in it unless you're prepared to help it change. Because right now we need positive influences in there. So that's one of the reasons I try to make a level of positive music. I'm not gonna say some of the stuff I could say about, man, I just don't, because I don't want to get into it. Because I'd be like, some people will be like, is it Christian music? And I'd be like, well, I'm not a Christian, so of course I don't make Christian music. So that automatically, dun, 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 dun. If in fact, if you was gonna put a religion on me, you would be like agnostics. He researches the agnostics. If you was gonna say anything, you would turn Sumerian beliefs into a religion and be like, yeah, he's Sumerian. He's accepted that the old tablets is his way. He's accepted the true way of his ancestors is his way. He's accepted that. He's been accepted that. I've been on my levels like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't, boy, y'all crazy, but ain't none of y'all tried to figure out what Abraham was coming from? What was he running from? He was coming from Samaria. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing that out to you. If he was coming from Samaria, look, listen, I don't care who you is, what religion you going through, what Christ you follow, no. If you claim to be a child that comes from Abraham back in the day, if you be like you're a descendant of Abraham, if you're a descendant of Noah, a descendant of all of those type of people, you feel like, oh, if they do a genome test on me, it's gonna go back to Abraham and Adam and Eve and all of that. Well, I hate to say it to you, but the Garden of Eden was in Samaria. You need to do your super research, especially right now. Read everything that you can read. Read it. Because these people leading your ass to hell, and you don't know it. You can't see it. You think that you're going somewhere positive, but you're not. You helping them trap yourself. It ain't like I got the keys to free you. Nah, do not believe in me. I'm just another man down here following the way of the Most High. I didn't, look, listen. My music might be like, yo, I can lead you somewhere, but I'm not. I can lead you to God, and He can take you the rest of the way. I can do that. I can show you who the Most High is and where you can find Him in your heart, like how I found Him in mine, and He'll get you the rest of the way. You know what I mean? But you got to be open-minded, because dealing with the Most High ain't dealing with man. It's not dealing with man. Dealing with the Spirit ain't dealing with man. Not in the physical form. You're going beyond the physical forms every time when you deal with that. When you tap into God, you getting into the knowledge of all things, which means sometimes if you like messed up how we is, how they done messed us up, you have to go back to the beginnings. You got to chase origins, because you don't really know yourself. You was told something else that ain't you. And the only thing I really know is nothing. But I know a little bit about me and love and compassion. And I be trying to do this business thing, this real big Josie Fuller. You know what I'm saying? That's my artist name and my company name. It used to be Banco World Music LLC, because I wanted to have a record label. But when I realized it was gonna be a hard time for me to like figure out how to sign artists and actually get them a bonus, I actually figured out how to do that. But it was really trying to establish a chain of command and an organizational structure within the label, and I couldn't ever get it. Everybody wanted, like, some people didn't want to do the work but wanted titles like COF, that's chief commanding officer, but didn't want to do chief commanding officer, commanding officer work. They didn't like, some people wanted to be like over money, but didn't want to do the work behind getting the money, or didn't want to do any other stuff. And yeah, I noticed we needed change, that we needed order and structure, organizational structure. But at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm gonna have to do what, an Indeed post just to find people that want to work. You know what I'm saying? But it might be like the lady said, like, look, listen, I do it. I'm gonna offer a job. We ain't doing drug testing because it's a sales position. I really need you to come sell CDs and sell merchandise. If I get it, you need to be able to sell it. Like, very, very serious. Like, but at this moment, some people be like, well, why won't you get a brick and mortar? Well, because you got to get bank loans and different things if you don't already have that income, or either angel investors. And I'm going through the motion of finding angel investors, but for the most part, I'll be sitting up here trying to find a job. And it takes away from me trying to find angel investors, because at the end of the day, I'm really just one man trying to get it. Just one man trying to get it. And I know it seems like a tangent, and technically I came on here. Bro, bro said, is that Jason Bonet? Barney? Jason Barney? I'm retired living in Bermuda with a home on the beach. I'm proud of you, Jason. I'm proud of you. Look, listen. I'm proud of you, Jason. I'm proud of you. I don't want to live near beaches because I hate hurricanes. I just don't like hurricanes. But yeah, I don't like being in them. I'm too terrified sometimes. Not really, but yeah. But not really, but yeah. If I really just want to be like, yeah, I'd rather live in a city. So I'm the condo guy. I'm the guy that's terrified of having the sky high condo. But that's what I want, is the sky high condo. If it fall, it fall. But I'll be in the sky. I'm in the sky. Hey, hey, I'm in the sky. I'm in the sky. Love lift us up where we belong. Love lift us up where we belong. Love lift us up where we belong. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. My fault. Is I just every now and then I can't help it, y'all. Jason, when I first looked at that word, when you was like, I'm retired, I was like, damn, he said I'm retarded living in a beach. I'm Bermuda. No, you're not. You the one. If you made it like that to get to a beach in Bermuda with, a home on the beach, like, bro, you actually winning in so many different ways. You're winning. Like, some people, like I say, to each his own. It's levels of it. I feel like we all win the moment we wake up. So like, it was what this one dude had told me. Um, he told me a story. I'm gonna end it with this story. Dude told me a story. It was a homeless guy that told me this story. It was because I was in the streets, and he was telling me about a rich man and a poor man. And the whole time I'm thinking rich dad, poor dad. But at the end of the story, I don't remember the whole entire story, because he got weird with it. But it was basically, at the end, the rich guy died, like rich, but he died miserable and unhappy, and left behind stuff to kids that weren't satisfied or respectful of the work that he did to actually get it, and blah blah blah. And it was depressing. But when it got into it, he was like, the broke guy. He died broke without anything, but he died alive, like he died living in his best moments, like he was happy. He made friends. He, you know what I'm saying, lived a long life. The rich dude had like died of like basically had a heart attack or whatever and shit, and had died of stress of whatever it was, with his wife doing whatever and kids not respecting him and shit. The homeless guy, he had kids, kind of just made ends meet barely, but spent most of his life without anything, but still connected with everybody and owned everything. So he kind of like won. Now, I'm not saying every homeless person's life is like that. I'm just giving you a scenario to be like, money does not matter and happiness is a choice. Now, when you want money and you need money because you want to play the game, that's when money matters. Organizational structure matters. You need to pick the game. Look, this part, this segment at the end. If you watched it all the way through, congratulations, you are a beast, and you are the one, and you are more than likely to make $1 million this year. I'm putting that in the air. Like, if you watched this whole thing and you got to see me talk junk about what I feel about being a jobless entrepreneur in my life, but you gonna make 1 million, because that means you the one. That means you got dedication to something. You dedicated to trying to figure out how to make your life better every day, because that's all my pages, all my talks be about, me trying to make my life better. Hopefully I can give off the energy through the phone that'll help you make your life better, or influence you or motivate you to make your life better. Like, and one day I'm gonna look up and see this partnership, or either look up and see josiefuller.com that made like a couple bands, and I'm gonna feel better about my life. It's nothing like making fresh sales. Like, for me to just go in here and have to fill orders for the rest of the day or the rest of the week, and not have to be like, damn, I can't go to the store to hustle today. I gotta make sure I fill these orders and get them junks out and make the rest of these t-shirts that's free. These free t-shirts that I gotta mail out to people. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just picked up 2 t-shirts today. So now I gotta put the logos on them. I couldn't use the other t-shirts because me and my uncle invested in them together. And I'm like, I gotta actually sell those t-shirts. So, and I ain't gonna lie. That's why I say, you love your family, love the people that God does put around you to help you do what you do, or to help you share interests in life. Cause if you ain't doing nothing to make you want to live life, cause we lose so much as people out here. Like, we live in long suffering. So God forbid you don't have anything to motivate you to be great or live. I hope that I can be someone or somebody that motivates you to be great and live alive. Cause you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be down here thinking that you dead, running out of time, when you really alive. You already immortal. Look, I'm gonna be real. All of y'all are the same. Don't let these people trick you. You're not the same, but you're the same. We all living alive. You're not dead. You're not a zombie. You're not already dead. You already alive. You living an experience. And even when you pass on from this realm, you just passing through life. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna do that whether you working hard or enjoying it or not enjoying it. But I hope you pass through enjoying it. And I hope you pass through feeling like you enlightening yourself, and that this journey is beneficial to your growth and your soul being awakened, and even in the yoke. You know what I mean? Beyond that, I don't really want to say too much about that. But I do want to say, I hope you have the best day ever. And I hope you go shop at my website. I need you. Can you please go shop at my website? I'm being sensitive. Please. I need y'all. I need all 58 to 100 viewers that just came in here. I need all y'all to go to my website and rock with me. Hit that like button if you really been watching this for a sec, because you know what it is. It's YouTube. Don't forget, hit the like button. Subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. Y'all stay up. I'm going to subscribe back. I'm getting ready to go through and do my live recap so I can look in halfway satisfaction and disappointment for life. And yeah, go get ready for the flea market, and try to make some more money online and find some stuff to invest in that's, my friends are doing, or people that just invest in me or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna find something to do. I might just paint on t-shirts for the rest of the night. I'm gonna be real. I just went and got some drawing paint, some real live bubble paint that's supposed to 3D it up. I would go live, but my uncle said I can't shoot nothing in the house, so I got to get my own spot. So that's really why partnerships and me finding a job is important, so I can get me a warehouse to live in, so I can be creative, put my bed inside the warehouse and board up a room And I probably go live with that and give it a ghost location, cause can't nobody find me but the female that I choose to spend my life with. You know what I'm saying? Which I haven't found her yet, but sooner or later she'll come to me. And maybe that team that I have or a team will come to me, and we're gonna get this bag together, and we're gonna help save the world from whatever evil is trying to take the world. As if this was a battle between good and evil. I'm here, and I hope I'm on the right side. God, I'm on God's side. He who is not on God's side, stand over there. You go over there. If you ain't on the Most High side, get off my page. Get off. Get off. You need to be on God's side to be over here, because I'm going to say some stuff where you're going to have to understand forgiveness is divine. It is. I love y'all, man. Stay up.